The Kansas City T-Bones proudly present T-Bones Baseball on the Air. Members of the American Association of Independent Professional Baseball Clubs and home of fun well done. The T-Bones Broadcast Network is brought to you by Community America Credit Union, Austin's Trailers and Motorsports, Budweiser, Coca-Cola, Price Chopper, Providence Medical Center, the Kansas Lottery, FlyKCI.com, Roma Bakery, Sheet Metal Local Number 2, and Kissick Construction. Now let's head out to the ballpark for the starting lineups and the first pitch with the voice of the T-Bones, Nathan Moore.
Welcome back to Lincon, Nebraska, Haymarket Park. Game 2 of a 3-game mini road trip for Kansas City as the T-Bones look to take full control of the 3-game series with their second game of the series here tonight. Last night, 6-1 win for Kansas City as they look to win their second consecutive straight and try to take full control of the 3-game series. The T-Bones swept at home in a 4-game series against Fargo before winning a series against the Blasters, so trying to win their second series of the last 3. Let's take a look at your starting lineups. First for Kansas City at 15 and 22. Leading off is the designated hitter Sterling Rodriguez. Batting second, the left fielder Tyson Gillies. Batting third, the center fielder is Tyler Massey. The cleanup hitter and the first baseman is Jake Blackwood. Batting fifth is Brandon Tierney. He returns to third base as Vladimir Frias will bat sixth as the shortstop. Batting seventh, the second baseman is Brett Wiley. Batting eighth, the right fielder Dalton Wheat. And rounding out the order is the catcher Brian Erie. Rodriguez, Gillies, Massey, Blackwood, Tierney, Frias, Wiley, Wheat, Erie for Kansas City. On the mound for the T-Bones, making the start for Kansas City is Lucas Daugherty. So Daugherty will make his second start for Kansas City. Now on the other side, Lincon at 18 and 19, the first year under Bobby Brown. Leading off is the newcomer at shortstop, Daner Mariera. Batting second, the center fielder is Austin Darby. Designated hitter Kurt Smith will bat third, as the cleanup hitter Rene Leverett will be at first base. Batting fifth, the catcher is Luis Allen. Mike Gilmartin will bat sixth. He's at third base. Brandon Jacobs bats seventh. He's in left field. Batting eighth and in right field is John Smith. Pat Kelly rounds up the order as the second baseman. Moriera, Darby Smith, Leverett, Allen, Gilmartin, Jacobs, Smith, Kelly. And on the mound for Lincon is Lindsey Coggle. Coggle, last time out against Winnipeg, took the loss. He pitched very well. He went 7 innings, allowed just 1 run on 4 hits. He struck out a season-high 9, but took a loss, a very difficult, tough loss to take. Lincon has now lost 5 consecutive games. Kansas City had lost 4 straight before last night, snapping that skid with a 6-1 win. We'll take a 2-minute commercial break. We'll pause for the national anthem. We'll come back with the first pitch live from Lincon, Nebraska, as Kansas City looks to take the second game of the series, coming up next on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning, the experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com. Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Welcome back, Haymarket Park, Lincon, Nebraska. Nathan Moore with you as Lindsey Coggle begins to warm up here in the top of the first inning. Coggle, once again, coming off of a very strong start. In fact, he hasn't had a bad start this year. He's gone at least 6 innings in every game. He hasn't allowed more than 2 runs in any start. And tonight will be making his 7th start of the year. He does have a complete game. He has been phenomenal. Record of 3-2 and a 1.47 earned run average. Opponents are only batting .213 against the right-hander Lindsey Coggle. So Kansas City will have their hands full. And it'll all start off with Starlin Rodriguez. Ryan O'Sullivan went 8 1/3 last night. He took the loss for Lincon. Jared Messer picked up his second win as he went 8 innings, allowed just 1 run. So a lot of good starting pitching, at least to start the series. And we'll see how it continues on to the second game out of 3. Kansas City in their black road tops, gray pants, oxblood numbering and lettering. Lincon with their tri-colored tops and showing a bunt and taking a bit low to start the game. 6:36 first pitch. And temperatures in the high 80s. Still not nearly as hot as it is back in Kansas City. 1-0 pitch and a high pop-up that'll reach the seats out of play, and the count's 1 ball, 1 strike. So the first strike is in order. That means everybody can take their seats for the first time tonight. Kansas City trying to win their second consecutive game after a nice 6-1 win last night, in which they got a lot of offensive support in the first couple of frames and also had some great pitching. Off-speed pitch, swung on and missed, and the count's 1-2. Starlin Rodriguez batting .263. Couple of home runs, 9 RBIs. Trying to get his 26th hit of the year. Third baseman Gilmartin in even with the bag at third. Next pitch, swung on and missed. This is becoming kind of a trend for Rodriguez. A lot of strikeouts out of the leadoff spot. And 1 up, 1 down on just 4 pitches to start the game. Defensively, Allen does the catching. Gilmartin at third, Moriera at short. Kelly at second, Leverett at first. The outfield left to right. Jacobs, Darby, Smith for Lincon. 1 up, 1 down. Up comes the left fielder Tyson Gillies, making his second start for Kansas City. 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored last night. And the first pitch from Coggle is a broken bat grounder right to the second baseman. Kelly has it. Over to first in time for the out. So Gillies 0 for 4 in his brief start with Kansas City. 2 up, 2 down as Coggle works quickly, and that'll bring up the center fielder Tyler Massey. Coggle has allowed just 7 hits over the last 2 games. That spans 13 innings. Pretty darn good. Basically 1 hit every other inning. So far in this game, he has faced 2. He has retired them both. This guy will not be as easy. Massey batting .314, takes a first pitch strike. Massey with 44 hits, 5 home runs, 18 RBIs. Ever since he was reinserted into the 3 spot, he's really got much more comfortable. He scored in the first inning yesterday, or drove in a run yesterday in the first inning. This time he falls behind 0-2 as he fouls a fastball out of play. Tomorrow night, Jordan Cooper gets the start for Kansas City in the final game of the road trip. Then Kansas City a quick homestand, just 3 games on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, before yet another quick road trip, 3 games in Sioux Falls. 0-2 pitch pulled foul, wide past first, and the count stays 0-2. Again tonight, a very light crowd here at Haymarket Park. Something that really has been hardly seen at this ballpark, at least over the last 4 years. Here's a high pop-up that will once again reach the seats, and Massey continues to fall behind 0-2. A lot of strikes from Lindsey Coggle in the early going. 47 strikeouts for Coggle coming into the game. He has only walked 9. So a phenomenal strikeout to walk ratio. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, and the right-hander misses a bit outside. Fastball at 88. Coggle more of a 3-pitch type of pitcher, but he has pretty good velocity. And most of the time hitting his spots as he works with the veteran catcher Allen today. This one in the dirt. Good block by Allen, and the count's 2-2. At least at this particular point, Massey is forcing Coggle to work for the 3rd out of the inning. Threw just 5 pitches for the first 2 outs, and he has thrown 6 already to Massey. Here comes pitch number 7. And the 2-2 pitch is a high pop-up that should end the inning. Shallow left field, everybody going out. It's the shortstop Moriera who makes the call, and the catch for a perfect 1-2-3 top of the first. After half of an inning, Kansas City 0. Salt Dogs coming up on the other side of the break. Back after this on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. Providence Medical Group has offices in Bonner Springs, Basehor, Tonganoxie, Lansing, Leavenworth, and KCK. That's why we're the go-to community hospital in the region. If you're a T-Bones fan, count on the medical team that takes care of your team. The great doctors of Providence Medical Center, just east of the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Heathwood Oil Company was the first independently owned oil company in Kansas City, and they're now one of the oldest continuously family-owned oil companies in the Midwest, featuring Citgo lubricants. With a current bulk storage capacity of over 250,000 gallons, they have the products you need. Let Heathwood and Citgo design a Citgo lubricants program to reduce cost and increase production. Call 913-321-1764 or email sales@heathwoodoil.com. Heathwood and Citgo, your lubrication specialist since 1926.
Bottom of the first inning, no score. Kansas City on defense for the first time. And we will see Lucas Daugherty for the first time. Lucas making his second start of the year. His first start went just 2 1/3 against the Redhawks. He allowed 8 earned runs on 6 hits. He also walked 4. Batters hit a very healthy .461 against a right-hander. Kansas City obviously looking for improvement the second time around. Daugherty batting, or 6'2", 290 pounds from Ohio. So Daner Moreira will come up, just like Kansas City. Lincon adding a infielder to their lineup yesterday and immediately plugged into the top of the order. Moreira did not get on base yesterday, looking for his first base hit of the season here this afternoon. No score, bottom of the first, and the first pitch from Lucas is right to the first baseman. Blackwood has it over the bag himself on a quick 3 unassisted putout. 1 up, 1 down for the center fielder, Austin Darby. Defensively for Kansas City, Brian Erie does the catching. Tierney at third, Frias at short, Wiley at second, Blackwood at first. Outfielders left to right, Gillies, Massey, and Wheat for Kansas City. No score, bottom of the first, just underway. Game 2 of a 3-game series. Kansas City winning the first game of the series last night. Final score of 6-1. First pitch to Darby is on the way, and the fastball is way outside. Darby, his first professional home run last night, batting .226. That 1 home run and 7 RBIs. Back in there defensively in center field. The 1-0 pitch is a called strike, and the count's even 1-1. A lot of youngsters on this squad for Kansas City, a lot of youth, a lot of young rookies. Kansas City hoping that will help them turn this season around. Second pitch, or a second strike in there on the outside corner with the fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Daugherty will look in, and then the 1-2 pitch is a bit outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Home plate umpire Sean Hicks. Zach Richardson is the first base umpire, and Kurt Brennan, the home plate umpire last night, shifts down to third. 1 out, base is empty. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Daugherty comes set, and the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Fastball below the knees, and strikeout number 1, and the second out of the first inning. So a good start for the young right-hander. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Kurt Smith. Kurt Smith has kind of had an interesting season for Lincon. He is one of the better hitters when he is on, but for some reason in Lincon, he is not really playing that much. He's batting .314, 7 home runs, 25 RBIs. So he is still producing, but tonight is just his 32nd game of the year, as he takes a first pitch strike. Almost 40 games into the season, and he has had quite a few games that he has taken off. 0-1 pitch, broken back grounder. Frias has it, has to throw off balance. It's a high throw, and it's an infield single. With the speed of Kurt Smith, Frias had a lot of time. He could have definitely set his feet, and with the strength of his arm, it's an opportunity for an easy out. And you could tell John Massarelli is staring right at his shortstop, kind of wondering as why that play wasn't made. We've seen Frias make a lot of very spectacular plays. That was a play that did not need to be spectacular, but Frias made it a lot more difficult than what it needed to be. So an infield single, and the fourth batter to the plate is the first baseman, Rene Leverett. Leverett has power potential, 6 home runs, batting .339, and almost gets hit with a fastball. So it looked as if we were going to have a 1-2-3 first inning on both sides, but not the case. A 2-out infield single by the designated hitter Kurt Smith, which continues the frame. Now Daugherty needs to get the final out on a very dangerous hitter. 1-0 pitch, almost hit him again, 2-0. A couple of fastballs that have been gotten away from the right-handed starter. Jared Messer was aggressive and consistently in the zone last night that aided him to go 8 innings and give the bullpen a much, much-needed break. Now they needed somebody else to follow behind him. Ground ball to third. Tierney has it, goes to second. Wiley covers, and the inning is over. So a couple of good starts by both pitchers in tonight's game. We head to the second inning. No score on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
Country Inn and Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn and Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning, the experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
Top of the second inning, no score. Kansas City and Lincon, second game out of 3. Kansas City won the first game last night. These two teams evenly matched all time, 47 and 47, the record between these two teams. The all-time series dating back into the early 2000s, so a ton of games played. Each team has won 47 games. Each team has lost 47, so you talk about one of the most evenly matched series in the American Association, these two teams right here. Big swing and a miss, and Blackwood quickly falls behind 0-2. Coggle faced just the 3 batters in the first inning. He picked up 1 strikeout, got a ground out and a pop-up. Kansas City has not got the ball out of the infield for the most part. Blackwood with a home run last night in the first inning, almost hit a second one late in the game. And here's a big swing and a miss, and down he goes. Strikeout number 2 for Coggle. And 1 up, 1 down to the second. That'll bring up the third baseman, Brandon Tierney. Coggle, earlier this season, in regards of the series against Kansas City, that was the first series of the year on the road. He faced Kansas City. And Coggle, once again, a phenomenal start, but he took the loss. He went 6 1/3, allowed just 1 earned run, and took a loss. So he has been very, very good this year. Here's a high fly ball, right field, playable. Smith on the run, nearing the foul line, dives and misses it, but it's a foul ball. So Brandon Tierney will have to come back to the on-deck circle or the batter's box. The fans giving it a nice round of applause for Smith and right field for the effort, but just came up a bit empty. Brandon Tierney continues to bat very well for Kansas City, batting .309. Him and Tyler Massey, the only hitters who have consistently been 300 or higher for the most part. Dalton Wheat in the 8th spot is batting well over 300, but doesn't have the plate appearances like a guy like Tierney has. Just 1 home run, 14 RBIs, and the breaking ball misses outside. That's the first time I can remember Coggle throwing the curveball, and obviously he will try to harness that pitch back until the 3rd or the 4th inning when he needs an alternative pitch. And he comes right back with it again. This time misses low. 2 balls and a strike. Obviously, as a starting pitcher, you do not want to show the team, the opposing team, everything you have in the first time through the order. You want to keep an opponent guessing at all times. There's a very hittable fastball that was popped up into shallow right. Easier play for Smith. He makes the catch. And Coggle perfect through 2 almost 2 innings. He'll bring up Vladimir Frias. Frias did not get a hit last night. Vladdy for Kansas City. Take that back. He singled in the 9th inning. 1 for 3. He did have a sacrifice fly. Kansas City scored in the first 3 innings last night and scored another one in the 9th. En route to their 6-1 win, a much-needed win. 15th win of the year. Shows a bunt and fouls it back. It's a strike. Lincon at 18-19. Kansas City at 15-23. So still 8 games back of 500. Lincon 1 game back of 500. Everybody in the division trying to chase down the Railcats of Gary South Shore. Kansas City coming into tonight's game 6.5 back. Frias thought about another bunt and takes a strike. And very quickly, the shortstop is down 0-2. Another hot, muggy day here in the Midwest. Rain is in the forecast in a couple of days. 0-2 pitch, tried to check his swing, and according to Kurt Brennan, he does. 1 ball, 2 strikes. If the inning continues, we will see Brett Wiley for the first time. Shadows right over the home plate area of the field, making its way toward the mound. 1-2 pitch, little floater, left center field, dropping quickly. It's going to be caught by a diving Jacobs. It looked like the ball was going to drop all the way. Frias was on his way to second, and at the last second, Jacobs with a headfirst dive, able to hold on to the baseball. And Coggle is perfect through 2 innings. We head to the bottom of the second. No score on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Bottom of the second inning, no score. Kansas City's defense back out to work. It'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters, Allen, Gilmartin, Jacobs for the Salt Dogs in the second inning. While we have a moment, let's take a look around the American Association standings. In the North, St. Paul still with the best record in the league, 26-13, 3.5 game lead over Fargo at 21-15. Winnipeg, 19-19. They have pulled within 6.5 back. Sioux Falls at 13-23. They're 11.5 back in the North. In the Central Division, Gary at 21-16. They've won 4 straight, 8 of their last 10 to gain a 3-game advantage over Sioux City at 18-19. Lincon also at 18-19, 3 games back. Kansas City 15-23, 6.5 back. Kansas City has lost 6 of the last 10. In the South Division, Wichita 22-15, game and a half lead over Laredo at 21-17. Texas 6.5 back at 16-22. And the Joplin Blasters, 14-23. They are 8 games back. They have lost 3 consecutive games. That is the second longest losing streak in the league next to Lincon, who has lost 5 consecutive games. Allen will batting for the first time, and the 1-0 pitch is in the dirt, 2-0. Luis Allen batting .286, 14 RBIs, 1 home run, was a catcher for the Laredo Lemurs a couple of years ago. He has also played for Wichita, and here he is in Lincon. The 2-0 pitch is taken all the way. Fastball strike, and the count's 2-1. Luke trying to have a quick second, as he did in the first inning. The only hit of the game, an infield single by Kurt Smith in the first. Trying to get the leadoff batter out in the second. High chopping ground ball that is pulled foul down third, and it counts 2-2. So a good job by the young T-Bones right-hander to come back from a 2-0 deficit to a 2-2 count. Fans, don't forget, TBonesBaseball.com, the place to go to get any ticket for any upcoming 2016 home game. You can purchase and print your tickets directly off of the website, including the 3-game series this weekend against St. Paul, Friday, Saturday, Sunday series. 2-2 pitch off the inside corner with a 91-mile-per-hour fastball, and the count's full 3-2. Daugherty did not issue a free pass in the first. He did allow that 2-out infield single. 3-2 pitch on the way is a foul ball to the right side. First base coach John West will collect the loose foul baseball. Bill Sobey right next to John Massarelli as the two teams, or the two coaching members of Kansas City, talking with each other, looking at their young right-handed starter. Ground ball up the middle, that's a base hit. Tyler Massey, kind of a late jump because he thought that was going to be a play that Frias would have had. But Frias just right out past his outstretched glove. So a leadoff single for Lincon, and 1 on, nobody out for the third baseman, Mike Gilmartin. Third baseman Mike Gilmartin will look to try to move some runners around. Kansas City looking for a ground ball, a potential double play opportunity. Double play depth up the middle, and the first pitch is way outside. Daugherty in the first inning, a lot of strikes, getting ahead of all the hitters. So far in the second, the first 2 batters he has faced, he has not thrown a first pitch strike. Falling behind is what kind of got him in trouble the last time out against Fargo and a hot-hitting team. 1-0 pitch is outside, and when you miss as much as he's missing now, you're not going to get any close borderline calls. Now the count's 2-0. Back-to-back hitters in which he's fallen behind 2-0. Double play depth up the middle. Third baseman Tierney about even with the bag at third. Holding the runner on at first is Blackwood. Gilmartin looking for a pitch to swing at, and he's not getting one. High for ball 3. So a complete reversal of what Daugherty was doing in the first inning. A lot of strikes to now no strikes. No score in the second. Jaron Messer pretty much showed everybody last night that Lincon, a team that is beatable, but you've got to obviously attack the zone. It is not an offensive team that is going to really clobber you unless you give them a lot of free passes and don't play defense. Lincon as a team betting just .239. 3-0 pitch is a walk. Boy, not a good start at all to the second inning. I mean, Lincon last night was just dormant as ever. On offense, they couldn't do really anything right. Jared Messer kind of had them mixed up and confused all night. Good job hitting his spots, and free passes were not issued last night. So the first 2 aboard in the second, and usually when a team struggles as much as Lincon has, they may put some small ball on here in the second. And with 2 free passes pretty much, we'll see if they take advantage. Jacobs betting just 176, and he takes the first pitch strike. Kansas City would love to have a ground ball and a chance to turn a double play. Lincon would love to have their first lead of the series. Jacobs with just 4 RBIs, no home runs. Right-hander versus right-hander, and the 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed. Good changeup and a good smothering effect by Erie behind the plate. And very quickly, Lucas this time jumps ahead 0-2. A little bit of a shift in the outfield. The center fielder Massey a couple of shades toward left. Right fielder Wheat a little bit shaded toward right center. So the bigger areas of concern would be down the right field line and more left center. Way ahead of the hitter Jacobs. This is when you want to see Daugherty find a potential strikeout. Looking in, the 0-2 pitch is in the dirt, blocked by Erie again. And the count's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pretty good 2-strike pitch. And a good block by Bryan. All time here at this ballpark, Lincon has a 27-24 advantage, still almost exactly 500. So these two teams, whether they play here or in Kansas City, are neck and neck. This year, it is a 2-2 tie in the series. 1-2 pitch, back to the dirt. Good block by Bryan again, and the count goes from 0-2 to 2-2. A leadoff single in the center by Allen, and then Gilmartin walked on 4 pitches. So Lincon here in the second inning is the first sign of life for an offensive team. 2 on, nobody out, no score in the second. Lincon never had a lead last night. Here's the 2-2 pitch and a line drive into center field. Massey played him perfectly. He'll make the catch, and nobody can advance. So out number 1 is a good one. Everybody has to stay where they are. Now 1 out, 2 on for the right fielder, John Smith. That ball was hit pretty sharply, but Massey right into the sun. Barely had to move. He had a lot of momentum behind him, so Luis Allen, who doesn't run all that well, really didn't have a chance to move up to third. Runner at second, Allen. Runner at first is Gilmartin. We will see if that ground ball double play opportunity should arise. 221 hitter is John Smith, and the pitch is a pop foul to play to the left side. Smith is a power concern. 7 home runs, 19 RBIs. Left-handed hitter. Smith also with 3 doubles on the year. Lincon does not have a player on their team with double-digit doubles. Highest double mark was 6, and that is off the bat of Kurt Smith. Fastball just barely missed the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball at 90 miles an hour. First and second, 1 out. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball is a bit low. The appeal to third, and he did not go. So another close pitch did not get the call, and the count's 2 balls and a strike. A laborious inning here in inning number 2. Daugherty trying to get out of it after issuing the first 2 men aboard. Got a nice out off the bat of Jacobs. Now needs to come back and get Smith. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch. Hit into the air, center field. Playable for Massey. Allen appears as if he's going to tag from second. The catch is made. Allen is going to attempt to tag, and he will. The runner at first base, Gilmartin, does not. So it's a fly ball to center again. And Daugherty, after having first and second, nobody out, now has 2 outs, runners on the corners, and up comes the second baseman, Pat Kelly. It's not a difficult formula right now with the way that Lincon is playing. If you attack the strike zone, if you hit the spot, force them to beat you on the offensive end. And the way things have gone this year for them, it's been difficult for them to achieve that. If you fall behind big, though, you're in trouble because Lincon has made their wins and losses, obviously, with the pitching. They're one of the best teams in the league pitching the baseball, a team ERA of a 3.6. Here's the pitch, and Kelly takes off inside. So 2 on, no outs to 2 on, 2 outs. And it all comes down to a 186 batter in Pat Kelly. He has struggled mightily at the bottom of the order. 24 hits and 129 at-bats. Second baseman has started 37 games. This is the guy that Daugherty wants. He does not want to go over the top of the order. 1-0 pitch, line foul out of play onto the berm in left field. And the count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners on the corners, 2 outs in the second. No score of the second game of the series. Snap throw over to first, and easily back is Gilmartin. Allen at third, not the quickest of speed, but obviously any base hit now he would easily score. Gilmartin at first base does have some speed. Pretty good base runner. He has not attempted a stolen base this year. 1 ball, 1 strike, and a late swing and a miss on a fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And now Daugherty, literally 1 pitch away perhaps of getting out of some trouble here in inning number 2. I'm sure that would do wonders for his confidence after a rough first start of the year. Sharon Martise will pitch tomorrow for Lincon. Jordan Cooper for Kansas City. 1-2 pitch, got him swinging on a fastball at 89. So strikeout number 2 on the night for Lucas Daugherty. He works around the first 2 men reaching in the inning. We head to the third. No score on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy. At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
Heathwood Oil Company was the first independently owned oil company in Kansas City, and they're now one of the oldest continuously family-owned oil companies in the Midwest, featuring Citgo lubricants. With a current bulk storage capacity of over 250,000 gallons, they have the products you need. Let Heathwood and Citgo design a Citgo lubricants program to reduce cost and increase production. Call 913-321-1764 or email sales@heathwoodoil.com. Heathwood and Citgo, your lubrication specialist since 1926.
We head to the third inning. No score. Nathan Moore back with you live at Haymarket Park, Lincoln, Nebraska. Coggle's first pitch to Brett Wiley is a called strike. Lindsey Coggle, 2 perfect innings, will face the bottom third of the order. 7, 8, 9 hitters of Wiley, Wheat, and Erie. Kansas City still looking for their first base runner, obviously, as Coggle has been perfect. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Wiley takes a strike. 85 miles an hour, and the count's 0-2. Wiley batting .248, offensively starting to slip a little bit in the average over the last couple of weeks. On the season, couple of home runs, 11 RBIs. The 0-2 pitch, smashed into right field. Smith was coming in, now backpedals a little bit to make the catch. And 1 up, 1 down in the third inning. That'll bring up the right fielder, Dalton Wheat. So Dalton Wheat will bat for the first time. Once again, a pleasant surprise has been the new youngster who's played right field for Kansas City. Over the last 5 games, as Wheat takes one in the dirt, over the last 5 games, Dalton Wheat is batting .400. He is 6 of 15. Over the last 10 games, he is batting .391. That's the highest of any player on the team. 1-0 pitch, takes a bit outside, and the count's 2-0. So Dalton Wheat taking full advantage of the playing time that he gets. Started last night, had a couple of hits and a couple of RBIs. He now has 5 on the year. 2-0 pitch is outside, 3-0. So the young rookie right fielder way ahead, 3-0. Lindsey Coggle staring in at the home plate umpire Sean Hicks as to see where that pitch possibly could have missed at. And Sean behind the plate says he missed outside. Now the 3-0 pitch is right down the middle. No reason to argue that one. 3 balls and a strike. 6-1 win last night for Kansas City. A win tonight, they would have already clinched a series win. A chance to sweep their first series tomorrow night. Here's the 3-1 pitch. And a little floater, left center field. Once again coming over Jacobs. And makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down in the third. Kansas City really hasn't had a lot of good swings against the tough right-hander. And there's a reason why he is one of the best in the league this season. Opponents once again just batting .213. That is the best mark of any of his teammates on the roster. Two outs, nobody on, and up comes Brian Erie for the first time. Brian batting .154 in his 3rd year with Kansas City. Did not start the season, obviously, with the T-Bones, but added to the roster a week ago. Just 2 hits, just 2 RBIs. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and a ground ball to short. Should be another perfect inning on the way, and it is on a 6-3 putout. So Lindsey Coggle, perfect through 3. We head to the bottom of the 3rd, no score on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. Providence Medical Group has offices in Bonner Springs, Basehor, Tonganoxie, Lansing, Leavenworth, and KCK. That's why we're the go-to community hospital in the region. If you're a T-Bones fan, count on the medical team that takes care of your team. The great doctors of Providence Medical Center, just east of the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Heathwood Oil Company was the first independently owned oil company in Kansas City, and they're now one of the oldest continuously family-owned oil companies in the Midwest, featuring Citgo lubricants. With a current bulk storage capacity of over 250,000 gallons, they have the products you need. Let Heathwood and Citgo design a Citgo lubricants program to reduce cost and increase production. Call 913-321-1764 or email sales@heathwoodoil.com. Heathwood and Citgo, your lubrication specialist since 1926.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning, live from Haymarket Park, Lincon, Nebraska. Nathan Moore back with you as we have no score. Top 3rd of the order, Daner Moreira, Austin Darby, Kurt Smith, the scheduled 3 hitters facing off against Kansas City starting pitcher Lucas Daugherty. Here's the first pitch of the inning, and right in there for a strike. Daner Moriera, 0 for 1, grounded out to first to begin the game. Moreira. Here's a little ground ball off of his foot. Immediately ruled dead by the home plate umpire Sean Hicks, 0-2. Daugherty could really use a fast third inning. He threw a lot of pitches in the second. Oh, 2 count, trying to get the leadoff batter in the third. Here's the pitch. And a ground ball to short. Should be routine for Vladimir. And Frias fires it to first in time for the out. So Moriera is 0 for 2. Leadoff batter has been retired. 1 up, 1 down for the center fielder, Austin Darby. Austin Darby, 0 for 1, struck out in the first inning. Batting .226, 7 RBIs for him, and here's a shot to deep right center field, really carrying Massey to the warning track, and at the last second, he just kind of threw his glove out and makes the catch. Boy, that did not look good at all. Massey just let the ball just continue to carry him. And at the last second, Massey just threw his arm out. I don't know if he had a hard time seeing the ball or what, but that typically is in more routine play for Tyler Massey, but that one looked scary off of the bat. So 2 up, 2 down, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, Kurt Smith. You could see some laughter a little bit in the dugout of Kansas City. After that lunging attempt, Mass kind of retreated into the dugout. First pitch to Smith on the way, and the first pitch fastball is a strike. Kurt Smith has one of the 2 hits for Lincon, an infield single with 2 outs in the first inning. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, and a little bit outside. Oh, now a late strike call. 0-2, so just barely got the outside corner apparently. And Daugherty really looking for a quick third. Way ahead, as the sign, the 0-2 pitch on the way, and a fly ball out of play to the right side. It will ricochet off of the suite section into the right field berm area, where a couple of kids will fight over it. The count still stays at 0-2. Daugherty from the windup, the 0-2 pitch, just barely missed inside. Fastball at 90 miles an hour. And the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outfield is deep, pretty straight up, not much of a shift. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and a foul ball straight back. The Shadows have now overtaken half of the infield. About 10 minutes ago, it was sunny right into the eyes of a pitcher, and then it was shaded from about halfway from the mound to the plate in clouds or in protection, but now it is all shaded. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and a broken bat, little floater right back to the pitcher. Daugherty had some trouble, now throws to first, and not in time. Boy, Daugherty really was kind of not really aggressively attacking the baseball. It kind of was a little spiraler that was going right beyond him, off of his glove, and then he thought he had a lot of time, so he kind of somewhat walked to the baseball, and that kind of costed him. That's an infield single, and the second hit of the game for Kurt Smith has both been 2-out infield singles. And, of course, you do not want to continue the inning with the threat of Rene Leverett an opportunity to drive a run in. So instead of a 1-2-3 third, Daugherty will now face a 4th batter in the inning. No score in the bottom of the third. 3 hits Lincon, nobody for Kansas City. First pitch to Leverett, and he is hit by the pitch. That is the 4th pitch out of 7 shots. That Leverett has taken one so far in that it's almost hit him, and this time it does hit him. So, boy, how things quickly turn and develop for Lincon right here. An infield ground ball to the pitcher. That was not made into an out. And the very next pitcher is a hit by pitch. And 2 on, 2 out, and up comes the veteran catcher, Luis Allen, who is 1 for 1. So instead of the inning being over, saving the pitches on that right arm and moving the game into the 4th inning, now you have to pretty much get the 4th out of an inning for the 2nd time in 3 frames. How many chances is Kansas City going to give Lincon in a game? First pitch to Allen. There's a ground ball to short. Frias has it. He will go to 2nd. And the inning is over. So Kansas City giving extra chances to Lincon. Fortunately for the T-Bones, Lincon does not take advantage. We head to the 4th. No score on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Top of the order for Kansas City as we head to the 4th inning. Nathan Moore back with you at Haymarket Park, Lincon, Nebraska. Staring into the back of Memorial Stadium, the home of the Nebraska Cornhusker football team. First pitch from Coggle in the 4th inning misses outside. Coggle has been perfect through 3 innings. Kansas City doesn't have a hit, nor do they have a base runner in the first 3 innings. Lincon has 3 hits through 3 frames. Here's a hard shot ground ball to the shortstop. A tough hop by Moreira, and he throws it over to first in time for the out. Rodriguez is 0 for 2. 1 up, 1 down, and that'll bring up the left fielder Tyson Gillies, who's still looking for his first hit in a T-Bones uniform. We knew when the game started that Kansas City was going to have their work cut out for them in regards to pitching or facing Lindsey Coggle, but boy, after how good the offense looked last night for Kansas City, it's kind of a surprise to see them being shut down as much as they have been so far. Gillies shows a bunt and takes a strike. A lot of fastballs, too. Gillies has not really used too many of the off-speed pitches. 0-1. Here comes the pitch. Gillies batting left-handed, and the breaking ball is a bit low. 69-mile-per-hour curveball. Meanwhile, back in Kansas City, it is a scoreless game as the Royals face the Cardinals. Kendrys Morales is playing right field for Kansas City. How about that? That's something that you could remember for a while. Kendrys Morales playing right field. There he is. The 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss, and down goes Tyson Gillies. Strikeout number 3 for Kansas City. Strikeout number 3 for Gillies. Kansas City still looking for that first base runner. And might it be the center fielder Tyler Massey? He is 0 for 1. He's popped out to the shortstop. An interesting day in baseball. There's always something interesting in baseball. Today, Anthony Rizzo had a 3-run inside the park home run for the Cubs. That's not typically what you see out of a powerful first baseman. And then if that's not enough for you, Kendrys Morales playing right field. That is something else to consider as rare and unique. 1-0 pitch, line to the shortstop. So Massey hit it the hardest of any T-bone so far, but right to a defender, and nothing to show for it. We head to the bottom of the 4th. No score on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Nathan Moore back with you as Kansas City starting pitcher Lucas Daugherty will look to follow suit. Tough to follow, but Lindsey Coggle has been perfect through 4 innings. Daugherty hasn't been perfect, but he's looked very good. He's allowed just 3 hits in 3 innings. A scoreless game in the 4th. It'll be the 6, 7, 8 hitters, Gilmartin, Jacob, Smith, due up against the young right-hander. Daugherty, 190, 6'2" from Galena, Ohio. He is a rookie, went to Mount Vernon Nazarene University, where he graduated this year. First pitch to Gilmartin is right in there for a called strike. The attendance tonight about what it was last night, which still is far and away not what we're used to seeing in this ballpark. A gorgeous venue, a great playing surface. 0-1 pitch. Misses inside 1-1. This field has been voted one of the best in professional baseball for several years in a row. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch on the way. Fly ball center field. Playable. Massey staring into the sun will make the catch. And 1 up, 1 down in the 4th inning. So a good start to the inning. And that'll bring up the left fielder Brandon Jacobs, who is 0 for 1. Brandon Jacobs, 0 for 1. Massey has been busy in center field. This pitch way outside on the slider, and the count is 1-0. Daugherty had a very good, productive 3rd inning. Had a quick first. Ground ball, base hit through the hole in left field. So Vladimir Frias shading more up the middle. Jacobs just barely gets it past him on the left side. And the 176 hitter. And Jacobs has his first hit of the game. Hit number 4 for Lincon. And now John Smith, the right fielder, comes up 0 for 1. Another fly ball out for Massey in center field, who has been very, very busy. Kansas City once again looking for a ground ball and a potential double play to get out of the inning. No score, bottom of the fourth. Kansas City looking to win the series outright tonight and a chance to win that first sweep tomorrow. Pickoff attempt to first, not in time. Runner at first, one out, and the pitch is way outside. Smith batting .221. Oh for 1 in the game, another fly ball out. And another pickoff attempt over to first is not in time. Double play depth up the middle. No shift in the outfield. Smith batting left-handed. Daugherty throws back over to first again. Runner at first is Brandon Jacobs. One of 4 hits in the game for Lincoln. Kind of a cat and mouse game right now as Daugherty taking his time. Runner at first inching out to a bigger lead, not running. 1-0 pitch is a called strike. All of a sudden, it's been really difficult to see what is a strike and not from Sean Hicks. Not that his zone is moving, but just the way he represents the strike. It is a delayed strike and not an emphatic signal at all, so you kind of have to wait for it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner not going, and the pitch is high, and the count's 2 balls and a strike. Dangerous territory at the bottom part of the order. A power hitter at the plate. 7 home runs, which leads the team. You do not want to mess around. Two balls and a strike, the pitch, and that's low. Ball 3. 3 balls and a strike, and all of a sudden, Daugherty on the verge of walking another hitter in the game or giving up a potential free pass. 1 walk that came in the second. He has hit a batter. Not the opportune time to walk anybody when you're in the bottom part of the order. Number 8 hitter. .221 hitter. Runner goes. Pitch is high and no chance for a throw out because Ryan Erie had to jump all the way up to catch the baseball. It's walk number 2. And now all of a sudden, runners at first and second, 1 out. Eventually, Lincoln is going to take advantage. I mean, you can only give a team so many chances before they just kind of blow it up. And right now, Kansas City is giving chance after chance. This is the 3rd consecutive inning where Lincoln has had 2 on and 1 out. Eventually, Lincoln is going to come through, so got to keep limiting these opportunities. 3rd consecutive inning in all 4 innings. Lincoln has had at least 1 runner on base. No perfect innings yet. Second baseman Kelly is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch, and he missed inside. A 186 hitter. Struck out in the second with the runners at first and third. No reason to fall behind this guy. Need to make him attempt to beat you. We are in the bottom of the 4th in a scoreless game. Daugherty looking in. Check of the runner at second base. The 1-0 pitch, and time was called, which is thankful because that would have been a hit by pitch. Kansas City only needed 1 inning out of the bullpen last night. Aaron Baker pitched a perfect 9th. That was because Messer went 8 strong. The pace of this game here in the 4th inning would indicate that Daugherty is not going to follow that up. You don't need 8, though. You would love to get 6. Right now we're in the 4th. 1-0 pitch, fly ball to right, slicing toward right center, and right there to make the catch is Dalton Wheat. And a great pitch was made and a good out was made. And now 2 outs, 2 on, and up to the top of the order. The shortstop, Daner Moriera, comes up. And Ormera, 0 for 2, is grounded out twice, once to the shortstop, once to the first baseman. He is now 0 for 6 in his brief time here in Lincon, and 2 outs in the opportunity here. So can the young right-hander, Doherty, come through with a big out? Can he avoid trouble for the 4th consecutive inning? Right-hander versus right-hander. The pitch is a high chopping ground ball to short. Frias goes to second. They got the force at second by half a foot. And Kansas City gets out of the jam here in the 4th. So another great defensive play, another perfect primetime pitch, and the T-Bones escape another frame. We head to the 5th. No score on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
We head to the 5th inning. Nathan Moore back with you. No score as Lindsey Coggle back out of the mound. I have a feeling we will see Coggle for quite a amount of time tonight. He has been perfect through 4 innings. There's not a lot of single base runner. He has struck out 3. Kansas City looking to break up the perfect game in inning number 5. Number 4 hitter Jake Blackwood to lead off on an off-speed pitch. Swung on and missed, and Jake down in the count of 1-2. Blackwood, a strikeout victim in the 2nd inning. He is 0 for 1. 4 hits for Lincon. That is the only number on the scoreboard. No runs, no hits, no errors for Kansas City. No runs, no errors for Lincon. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Another strikeout. Blackwood has struck out twice. 4 strikeouts in the game for Coggle. And 1 up, 1 down for the 3rd baseman, Brandon Tierney. So something about Lindsey Coggle this season. He has become a completely different pitcher. He has been dominant against pretty much every team he has faced. And once again, in all the starts this year, 6 before tonight, he has not allowed more than 2 earned runs in any start. That's quite a number. In all of his starts, he's gone at least 6 innings. As the first pitch is a called strike on Brandon Tierney. It's hard to beat a team when you can't score more than 2 runs off of a starting pitcher. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, fouled straight back. And Tierney, like so many others before him, is behind in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Kansas City does have action in their bullpen. It appears Josh Tolles is warming up. So Kansas City might be thinking that Doherty's night was coming to a conclusion. He has given the T-Bones 4 scoreless frames in his 2nd start of the year. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and Tierney chases one outside for a strikeout. back-to-back strikeouts in the fifth inning. That is 5 total strikeouts in the game for Coggle. And Kansas City right now just looking a little bit lost at the plate. And give credit where credit is due with a really good starting pitcher. Last night we had great starting pitching on both sides, and so far again tonight we've seen a lot of good pitching. Vladimir Frias is 0 for 1. First pitch swinging, fouls a line drive out of play. On the left side into the bullpen of Lincon. I'm still trying to find some person's definition of what side of the mound or what side of the ballpark the home dugout is. You go to every ballpark, whether it's in the American League, National League, American Association, here, there, wherever, but the home dugout is always different from different ballparks. Kansas City's on the first base dugout, which is the visiting dugout here in Lincon, but the first base dugout is the home dugout in Kansas City. Good breaking ball for a strike, and Frias down to the count 1-2. Then you go to Amarillo, where the first base dugout is also the road dugout. The 1-2 pitch is a foul tip, barely stayed alive. But then other teams, like Sioux Falls, like Laredo, the opposing dugout is the home side. So every ballpark is different. I would like to find out why teams pick particular dugouts as their home dugout. Here's the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch, and it's a bit low, 2-2. And if the answer is just because it's the closest to the locker room, then so be it. At least there's some sort of an answer. And that would be the answer here. It would be the answer back in Kansas City. Two outs, bases empty. We're in the fifth. There's no score. Second game of the series. 4 hits Lincon, no hits KC. 2-2 pitch, fly ball, right field, playable for Smith. He's coming in, he's got it. And how about 5 perfect innings in the night for Lindsey Coggle? We head to the bottom of the fifth. No score on the TBones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the TBones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Well, Kansas City is going to go to their bullpen here in the fifth inning of the game. So Josh Tolles is in. Josh Tolles, 5'7", 175-pound left-hander. He is the long reliever for Kansas City, and he comes in trying to keep the game right where we are. which is a very good game. It's scoreless. 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed, and the count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Josh Tolles on the season. 2-2 record, 4.15 earned run average, 13th appearance, all out of the bullpen. He's pitched 26 innings, allowed 12 earned runs. There's a fly ball down the left field line. Long run for Gillies. He's not going to get there. And the count's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 24 strikeouts, 16 walks for Tolles. Batters are only batting 191. That is the lowest on the team outside of Evan DeLuca. So both lefties out of the bullpen for Kansas City has the lowest opponent's batting average against. That's something obviously to take note. Bottom of the 5th, no score. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Darby. Here's a guided ground ball to first. And Blackwood has it to the bag himself. 1 up, 1 down. When I say guided, if you're not up with the baseball terminology and you just want to know what that means, obviously the swing, the directional swing, is just kind of getting out of the way and putting it right to a specific defender. That swing was very, very late. And instead of going down the third base line, the bat was kind of pulled down the first base side, and it went right to Blackwood. Now a high, lazy fly ball to center. And Kurt Smith is out for the first time on the first pitch. So Tolles very quickly has 2 up, 2 down. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Rene Leverett, who is 0 for 1. Meanwhile, at Busch Stadium, Royals and Cardinals are scoreless, and that game is now in the 3rd. That series is tied at 1 game apiece. Rene Leverett batting .339. They have last night's statistics up there, and now they've been taken off. First pitch is a strike. Leverett has 4 stolen bases, and let me tell you, nothing against Leverett, but he does not look like a guy who would have 4 stolen bases. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and a bit outside. Leverett, according to the Lincon Salt Dog official quote-unquote roster, Rene Leverett is 6'2", 280 pounds. I'm not a fortune teller, but I would say that 280 might be a tad bit generous on Rene Leverett. I would say he's closer to that 300 mark. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tolles works quickly, and this fastball barely missed outside. What makes Tolles so effective is the ability to hold runners, and also that big looping curveball, about 60 miles an hour. Plus, he has the ability to throw a 90-mile-per-hour fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. And missing inside. Fastball at 87. The count's full 3-2. Tolles has already got the 2 and 3 hitters out, now looking to get the cleanup hitter out for the first time. Trying to pitch a perfect 5th inning. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and a foul ball straight back out of play. And the count is still full 3-2. Bases are empty. Lincon has out-hit Kansas City 4-0. Here's the 3-2 pitch again, and a high pop-up that will reach the seats again. Into the sweet section, which hits a step, bounces back, and then bounces all the way into the front row. So 3 separate bounces, and finally a recipient held onto it. Three-two pitch again. A little popper, shallow right field. Wiley won't be able to get there. It's a 2-out single. So Rene Leverett, a little blooping single to right. And hit number 5 for Lincon, his first of the game. And once again, Kansas City will have to work out of trouble in the 5th inning. Lincon has had a base runner on in every single inning. Kansas City has not had a base runner, period. Daugherty has pitched very, very well. Daugherty pitched 4 scoreless innings, allowed just 4 hits. Now, Tolles trying to continue the trend. Here's the pitch. And way outside, Allen takes a ball for a 1-0 start. Rene Leverett, not really a hasty runner. However, don't forget I mentioned he's already got 4 steals this year. Not running, and a ground ball to second. This should do it. Wiley will flip it to short, and the inning is over. So, once again, Lincon gets a runner on, and the inning promptly is over. We head to the 6th inning. No score on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
We head to the 6th inning. Kansas City and Lincon tied at 0. Back out on the mound is Lindsey Coggle. In the 6th inning, he will face the 7, 8, 9 hitters, Wiley, Wheat, and Erie. Kansas City looking to get their first base runner of the game. Coggle trying to stay perfect beyond 5 innings. Here's the pitch. And a foul ball out of play to the left side. I've already broadcasted a no-hitter earlier this year. Gary South Shore threw a no-hitter against Kansas City. It was the first ever no-hitter thrown by Gary, so I've seen one of those. I have never broadcasted a perfect game. And if you heard about a broadcaster's jinx before, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. This pitch is outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Especially if you're the type of sports enthusiast who gets mad, especially when television network says this breaking ball falls into a strike 1 and 2. And the one that gets me all the time is if you watch an NFL game and they always flash up that graphic, has not missed a field goal inside 30 yards this entire year. And then it's pretty much 9 day that a field goal will be missed. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it stays outside, 2 and 2. Brett Wiley is flown out to right. He is 0 for 1, looking for his first opportunity to get on base. Now the 2-2 pitch is way outside. Ball 3, 3 and 2. The pitcher for the Cardinals has just reached with the base hit. That game is at Busch Stadium. A lot of televisions in this ballpark, and a lot of Royals fans as well. Ground ball to short. Picked up by Moriera over to first in time for the out. So falling behind 3 and 1. Wiley unable to get a base hit. And now the right fielder Dalton Wheat will come up. If you were to leave this ballpark and exit out of the third base side, through the fences on the third base side, the fitness center is the Alex Gordon Fitness Center. So obviously Alex Gordon, a big-time contributor to this university. He played here collegiately, and of course he still has some family ties to Lincon, Nebraska. His parents are still from Lincon, Nebraska, so there is a building with his name all over it. So a lot of Royals fans in the area. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Dalton Wheat, and a check swing appeal to third, and Kurt Brennan says he went. And the count's 0-2. Our very own general manager, Chris Brown, throws his hands up in the air as if he did not agree with the check swing call. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it's buried in the dirt. Good eye by Wheat, and the count's 1-2. Kansas City, at this particular point, still looking for that first base runner as we play in the 6th inning. 1-2. And the pitch is in the dirt, blocked in the dirt, and it counts 2-2. Dalton Wheat, 0 for 1, looking for his first hit of the game. Kansas City would take a hit, they would take a walk, they would take an error just to find a runner to get on base. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and a bit outside. Full count, 3-2. Fans thought they had a strikeout. Dalton Wheat not going easily. Came into the game batting .385. Next pitch, swung on and missed, and down he goes. That pitch was on the outside part of the plate, too close to take, and Wheat just barely got a piece of it, but it was caught by Allen. And 2 up, 2 down in the 6th inning. Strikeout number 6 by Coggle. And now Kansas City with the number 9 hitter, Brian Erie, to the plate. 0 for 1, grounded out to short in the 3rd inning. So now 5 2/3 perfect innings by Lindsey Coggle. Obviously, with that needed to be said, nobody warming up for Lincon. First pitch to Erie on the way, and it caught the outside corner. Coggle trying to get through this inning. Unscathed again. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball is a bit low. They will appeal to first, and it wasn't even close enough to register an appeal. 1-1 strike. The train tracks in right center field continue nonstop, back and forth. They are going backwards again. Breaking ball a strike, and the count's 1-2. Coggle has got the hitters right now way off balance. He is pitching in reverse. A lot of breaking balls, then the fastball to put the hitters away. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball, got him swinging, inning over. Strikeout number 7, another perfect inning. And we head to the bottom of the 6th. No score on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Bottom of the 6th inning, no score. Josh Tolles back out of the mound. Nathan Moore with you at Haymarket Park, Lincoln, Nebraska. Tolles a scoreless 5th inning, back out for his 2nd inning of work. He will face the bottom 4. Mike Gilmartin to start it, and Gilmartin takes a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike on the third baseman, Mike Gilmartin. .250 hitter. He has walked in this game. He is 0 for 1. 2-1 pitch. High chopping ground ball to first. Tolles has to hurry. He makes the catch, gets the first in time, and 1 up, 1 down in the 6th inning. So a good start for Tolles. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Brandon Jacobs, who's 1 for 2. Kansas City starting pitcher Lucas Doherty had gone 4 innings, scoreless. Now handing it out to the bullpen. It will have to go multiple innings in this game. They will have to pitch 5 innings at least to have a chance to win a game tonight. Right after a night where they only needed 1 inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And a fly ball, shallow right, difficult play. Wiley has the only chance. He's not going to get there. And it's a bloop single. That's the 3rd time today that the ball has fallen into shallow right where no player had a chance. So Brandon Jacobs has a 1-out single, and surprise, surprise, Lincoln has another runner aboard. All 6 innings, they've had at least 1 base runner. The good news is Kansas City's pitching has been so dominant, so good, that despite all those base runners, Lincoln, for the most part, as of now, is off the scoreboard. They have had 2 free runners, 3 free runners on top of the 6 hits, so a total of 9 base runners. Kansas City has 0. Yet the score is 0-0. John Smith is 0 for 1. He walked in the 4th, flew out in the 2nd, so he is 0 for 1. Outfielder straight up, double play depth up the middle. See if Tolles can get a big out on Smith. Runner not going, and there's the big curveball that is dropped by Erie, but not a strike, 1-0. Kansas City would love to see a ground ball and a chance to turn a double play. TBones have not turned a double play in the game yet. Pickoff attempt over to first, and easily back is Brandon Jacobs. One and 0 the pitch. Here it goes. And just barely missing inside, and now they call a balk. And John Massarelli kind of barking from the dugout as they call a balk on Josh Tolles. So, boy, that's a big development in the game. A 1-out single, and now a balk. Moves a runner into scoring position where it's much easier now for Lincoln to take the first lead of the game. Now it takes away a double play opportunity. So now it's a double play. Now Tolles just needs to get the final 2 outs of the inning. Couldn't tell if it was the third base umpire Kurt Brannon or the first base umpire Zach Richardson who called the balk, but regardless, it was issued. Tolles a long look in at home. Still looking. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. Fastball at 86, and the count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tolles trying to get through his 2nd inning of work. How will Maz and Bill Sobey pitch the rest of this evening? It all depends, obviously, on how this 6th inning develops. Some light stretching going on in the bullpen. We did not see anybody but Baker last night, and he only needed 1 inning. Big breaking ball that was never in the zone, way outside, 2-1. Runner at second, 1 out. Tolles coming set, looking in. Left-hander versus left-hander. Still looking. The 2-1 pitch on the way. And a high pop-up that will not stay in play. It's going to get into the seats. And now a couple of strikes on the current right fielder, John Smith. Josh Tolles, who has not got a strikeout in this game, could really use one here. Obviously, there's no action in the bullpen for Lincon. Why would there be? Their starter has gone 6 perfect innings. Quiet right now in the KC bullpen. Tolles with a big pitch upcoming. Looking in. Still looking in. Still looking in. The 2-2 pitch is a breaking ball that missed outside. And the count is full 3-2. And the batter walking down to first base. John Smith saying it was ball 4. And home plate umpire Sean Hicks says, no, it's not. It was only ball 3. That's why sometimes we don't always trust the big monitors on the scoreboard. Full count, 3-2. John Smith trying to get his first hit of the game, trying to get on base for the second time. Full count, 3-2. Tolles really slowing this whole pace of the game down in the inning number 6. A ton of time as he stares in. I mean, he literally is staring at the plate for 5 seconds. 3-2 pitch and a foul ball. Out of play. 0-0, bottom of inning number 6. 9 base runners in the game. All 9 have been gone to the Lincon Salt Dogs. Kansas City in the 7th will have their 1-2-3 hitters due up. But most importantly, Tolles needing a scoreless 6 to keep the intensity on. Staring in. Now looks at second with nobody covering. Boy, this game has gone to a snail pace. And usually, once again, when you have this much time in between pitches, this much time between delivery, it usually doesn't mean a lot of good things with the pitcher. However, in this case, here's a high pop-up on the infield. Frias has it, and out number 2. So Josh Tolles pretty much telling me to be quiet up here as he's taking all the time in the world but still getting the results. 2 outs in the 6th inning. Staying at second base is Jacobs. And up comes the second baseman, Pat Kelly. Now, he is a dangerous hitter. Why is he a dangerous hitter who's barely batting above his weight? Well, in the 2nd inning, he had runners at first and third, 2 outs, did not come through. In the 4th, he had first and third, 1 out, did not come through. And in this inning, he has a runner at second base and 2 outs. First pitch on the way is in the dirt. Counts 1-0. So Pat Kelly has been the guy who's had the single most opportunities than any Lincon Salt Dog hitter in the game. He has stranded 4 in the game. Can Tolles make him strand the 5th runner? This one's in the dirt, and it counts 2-0. Once again, you want him. He's just batting 186. You do not want to go to the top of the order. Once again, no score. Bottom of the 6th inning. Lincon has a runner at second and 2 outs. Josh Tolles in relief, pitching his 2nd inning of work. The 2-0 pitch is a foul ball straight back off the screen. And the count is now 2 balls and a strike. That was a pretty good swing from Pat Kelly, who had a pitch in the zone and a hitter's count. He was all over it. The outfield is pretty much showing Pat Kelly they do not believe he has any power at all. 2-1 pitch is a pop-up in foul territory that'll get into the sweet section. And a great job by Tolles. He has responded after falling behind 2-0 to bring the count to 2-2. But the outfield is as shallow as I can remember seeing an outfield in professional baseball. Anything that is over their head might be an inside-the-park home run. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch from Tolles. Got him! Swinging, and down he goes. 5 stranded base runners in the game for Pat Kelly, and Josh Tolles gets out of trouble in inning number 6. We head to the 7th. Still no score on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Lindsey Coggle back out in the 7th inning. If you're just joining us, you've not missed very much. It's a scoreless game, and Starlin Rodriguez tries to show a bunt and takes a strike. Kansas City has not had a base runner in the game. Coggle has been perfect through 6. He will face the top of the order in the 7th. This might be the opportunity where Kansas City needs to take full advantage if they're going to get to him tonight. 0-1 pitch, a bad bunt attempt, and a foul ball, 0-2. That pitch was way up in the zone. Rodriguez was bunting for a hit all the way. And not a terrible idea, once again, not to pick on Leverett at first, but first baseman was coming in hard, and if it was a perfectly placed bunt down the first base line, you're forcing him to be highly athletic. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss. So 3 straight pitches and another strikeout. Rodriguez has struck out twice again tonight, and now 8 total strikeouts for Coggle in the game. Starlin Rodriguez now in the season has struck out 26 times. That is the most on the team, next to Jake Blackwood, who is a power hitter. So you kind of expect it from Jake. But 26 strikeouts for Rodriguez and 103 at-bats. That's more than 25% of the time in which he is striking out. Now a first pitch strike to Gillies, and the count is 0-1. Gillies 0 for 2 in the game. Now the 0-1 pitch on the way. Gillies, a little blooper, going to fall in for a hit. No no-hitter, no perfect game, and is gone with this one-out single in the 7th by Kansas City's newcomer, Tyson Gillies. So his first hit in a T-Bone uniform comes in the midst of a perfect game being thrown. So that's a good time to get your first hit. And, of course, wouldn't you know it, a little bloop little hit. Not hit hard at all, but Kansas City will take it any way you can. So the first base runner against Coggle comes with 1 out in the 7th. And now that'll bring up the center fielder, Tyler Massey, who is 0 for 2. Now we will see if maybe Coggle falls apart a bit. First pitch is a bit low, 88-mile-per-hour fastball, and the count's 1-0. No concern for Bobby Brown yet. Really shouldn't be much concern at this point. His pitch count's been pretty much in check all evening. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that misses low and outside, 2-0. And once again, after being perfect all night long with a little blue pit. The pitcher felt like he made a perfect pitch, and it turned out to be a hit. The mindset of Coggle after that, now this will be a big hit or big at-bat for Kansas City's Massey. Can he get a mistake pitch and do something with it? Nope, missing outside. Fastball, it's now 3-0, and you better believe that Tyler Massey has the green light. If anybody on this team gets the green light, he would be the guy. Him and Blackwood, about the two guys right now deserving of that green light. The 3-0 pitch. Takes it for a strike. He thought it was a ball. He was taking all the way. And Bill Sobey takes his hat off and swirls it around. Kansas City's coaching staff not at all happy that Coggle got the benefit of the doubt. Instead of a runner in scoring position and 1 out, Kansas City now has to have another pitch. Not running. 3-1 pitch, check swing, foul ball. And the count is full, 3-2. That one call by Sean Hicks from behind the plate may completely alter this entire inning. And that's what Kansas City's frustration is from their coaching staff. Coggle might have been pitching great, but you can't alter the zone because of it. Runner goes, 3-2 pitch, high chopper to third. It'll be an out at first base as Massey was tagged out. Up to second base goes Gillies, and Kansas City has a runner in scoring position. But now 2 outs, and up comes Blackwood, who is 0 for 2 and a couple of strikeouts. And with the base open, I wouldn't be surprised if Blackwood doesn't get much to hit. That entire change of the at-bat would appear to be a 4-pitch walk. And Massey does not show up on an umpire. He doesn't have that type of an attitude. So if he was already walking to the dugout on a 3-0 pitch, he pretty much already knew it was a ball. So for him to act the way he did, I think that's why Kansas City not happy with the call from Sean Hicks. But now you have another veteran hitter with the chance to give Kansas City the lead. First pitch on the way. And a good swing, fouled straight back, and several fans screaming for their life despite the netting in front of them. Blackwood homered last night, almost had 2 home runs. He also doubled, so he had a big offensive night last night. Kansas City had more action in their bullpen. Tolles has pitched 2 scoreless innings in relief. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Blackwood chases one low, and the count's 0-2. That's the 4th swing that has been chased after by Blackwood. 2 strikes on Kansas City's first baseman. He has struck out twice. No score. We're in the 7th inning. Only 1 base runner for Kansas City. Lincon has had 9. Coggle looks in. The 0-2 pitch, way outside. Fastball at 90, and the count's 1-2. The outfield shifted again against Blackwood. There's a lot of room on the right side. If Blackwood could take something the other way, he would have a lot of room to make a connection with. The 1-2 pitch is low. Ball 2, 2-2. Coggle tried to get Blackwood to chase another bad one in the dirt. This time Jake did not oblige. Runner at second is Gillies. We haven't had the privilege of seeing him on base enough yet at this point to see his base running ability, but he is at second base, and you can imagine in a scoreless game of the 7th, if Blackwood gets a base hit, we're going to see the speed of Gillies in a hurry. Jake leads the team with 32 RBIs, needing another opportunity right here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch from Coggle. Hammered to deep left field. Jacobs going back, looking up, gone! Blackwood again with a mammoth shot to left field. And the T-Bones take a 2-0 lead. Coggle makes a mistake on a 2-2 changeup. And Blackwood absolutely unloads on home run number 7. And RBIs number 35 and RBIs number 36. And Kansas City, who had not an offensive heartbeat in them in this game, comes through with the 1-out bloop single. and a 2-out, 2-2, 2-run home run. And Kansas City has the lead. It's now 2-0 in the 7th. So how quickly a game can change from perfection from Coggle, 6 1/3 perfect innings, to now all of a sudden showing a little bit of human in him after all. And the first pitch to Tierney is a bit outside. Brandon Tierney 0 for 2. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Now action has begun in the bullpen for Lincon. Action continues in the bullpen for Kansas City as a right-hander begins to warm up. 2-0 lead Kansas City. They've been out hit 6-2. Breaking ball, missing inside, 2 balls and a strike. Kansas City trying to add to it in the 7th. A huge home run from Blackwood. Now the 2-1 pitch. Little blooper, shallow right. In comes Smith. He's not going to get there. 3rd hit of the inning, and Kansas City continues the 2-out hitting in the 7th. So Brandon Tierney bloops a little base hit to right. That's the 3rd hit of the inning, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Vladimir Frias, who is 0 for 2, and I'm going to assume the pitching coach will come out. And Lincoln's pitching coach is out with 2 consecutive 2-out hits. The big one have already been in the rearview mirror as Jake Blackwood connected on home run number 7. He leads the team with 7 home runs and leads the team with 36 RBIs, and it couldn't have come at a bigger time. It all started with a strikeout to Rodriguez. Then Tyson Gillies, his first hit as a T-bone, at a perfect time. 2 batters later, Jake Blackwood on a 2-2 pitch is absolutely unloaded on a home run that was about 400 feet down the left field line. It definitely was over 400. The fence to left center is 356, and the baseball traveled to the sidewalk a good 50 feet behind the outfield fence. And it might have even traveled further had it not been for the trees. The 1-0 pitch is in the dirt, so all of a sudden, Lindsey Coggle somewhat falling apart here in the 7th. Runner at first base is Tierney. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and Frias, taking all the way, takes a strike. Two balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And Frias, hard hit baseball. Diving play, Kelly. Over to second in time for the out. What a play by Pat Kelly at second base. That's why he's in the lineup. A nice defensive play that ends the inning. But Kansas City gets 3 hits. They score 2 on Jake Blackwood's 7th home run of the year. And Kansas City has the first lead of the game. We head to the bottom of the 7th. 2-0 Kansas City on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Well, we just missed a line drive to Frias, and Frias with about a 5-foot vertical able to snag a line drive out of the air. So Daner Moriera lines out to short. He is 0 for 4. He is 0 for 8 in the series, as Josh Tolles gets the first out of inning number 7. Nathan Moore back with you live at Haymarket Park, Lincoln, Nebraska. 2-0 lead for Kansas City. All 3 hits for the T-Bones coming in the 7th inning, including a 2-out, 2-run bomb to left field by Blackwood. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and the breaking ball is a bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the next pitch on the way, and Tolles pumps it up a little bit at 88 and misses low. 1 ball and a strike. 1 out, bases empty. We're in the 7th. Josh Tolles trying to go 3 out of the bullpen. So far, 3 scoreless out of the bullpen in the first 2 games of the series. 2-1 pitch is a strike, and the count's 2-2. At Busch Stadium, still no score between the Royals and the Cardinals. Game 3 of the 4-game set in interleague play. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball on a popper foul out of play to the left side. And the count stays 2 balls, 2 strikes. We will try to get you a scoreboard update from around the American Association. Pending non-technical difficulties up here. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and just barely missed outside. Full count 3-2. Kansas City entering today 6.5 back of Gary in the Central Division. Everybody in the league is playing tonight. 3-2 pitch is fouled off down the left field line. Final score earlier today, St. Paul beat Sioux Falls 7-4. They snapped a 3-game losing streak. Kansas City and Lincon obviously here. Kansas City with that 2-0 lead. Gary with a 1-0 lead in Winnipeg. That's in the 4th inning. Fargo leading Sioux City 4-0. That game is in a rain delay. Here's the 3-2 pitch again, and a popper foul. Top of the 5th inning, Texas with a 5-3 lead in Wichita, and in Joplin, Laredo trailing the Blasters 4-3 in the bottom of the 4th. So that's your look around the American Association scoreboard. Good news that Sioux City is not playing well today. Here's the 3-2 pitch again, and another foul ball. So Austin Darby will not go down easily. Bases are empty. Kansas City leading this game 2-0, courtesy of Blackwood, his 2nd consecutive game with a home run. Really like to see those power numbers continuing. Called 3rd strike, outside corner. And Austin Darby down on strikes. That is the 2nd strikeout of the game for Tolles. 2 up, 2 down in the 7th. And after, Josh Tolles has been perfect. 2 2/3 innings. Perfect out of the bullpen. It looks like John Massarelli wants to kind of piece this game together. He's going to go back to the bullpen again. So another reliever will come in. Kansas City will go deeper into the pen. We'll tell you about the new reliever when we come back. Kansas City with a 2-0 lead in the 7th. We're back after this on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning, the experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
2 outs, bases empty. The bottom of the 7th inning. 2-0 lead, Kansas City. Johnny Shuttlesworth out of the bullpen, relieving Josh Tolles. Shuttlesworth, 6.46 ERA, 2 wins, 2 losses. He's in to face Kurt Smith, and the first pitch is a fastball high for a ball. Shuttlesworth will probably get the last out of the 7th, maybe gets the 8th. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and right down the heart of the plate, called strike at 92, and the count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lincon has out-hit Kansas City 6-3, but Kansas City has the 2-0 lead. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch from Shuttlesworth and a foul ball straight back off the screen. And the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Josh Tolles, 2 2/3, scoreless innings. Struck out 2, allowed 2 hits, did not allow a run. He is left with the bases empty. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball almost hit him, and the count's 2-2. Shuttlesworth does not want to face Leverett in this inning. Both these hitters have the power to tie the game up with 2 swings. The 2-2 pitch is in the dirt, and it counts 3-2. You cannot afford a walk. With a 2-run lead, the worst thing Kurt Smith can do is make it a 1-run lead. You do not want to put him on without earning anything. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And a line drive off the glove of Frias, down to a leg, and the throw to first is perfected by Blackwood. What a play by Vladimir Frias. He saves a single, and Blackwood on the other end saves an error. We head to the 8th, 2-0 Kansas City on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning, the experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
We head to the 8th inning. Nathan Moore back with you. 2-0 lead, Kansas City. Here's a ground ball off the bat of Wiley right to the shortstop. Herrera has it over to first in time for the out. Wiley is 0 for 3. Back out of the mound is Lindsey Coggle. Back out there for his 8th inning of work. O'Sullivan last night went 8 innings. Did not get the victory. One up, one down for Dalton Wheat. 0 for 2 at the plate. Looking for his first hit of the night. And the first pitch from Coggle is a foul ball straight back. One strike on Dalton Wheat. Here's the 0-1 pitch and a high pop-up that should be caught on the infield. The pitcher calling for it. Now the third baseman has it, and Gilmartin makes the catch. So a rare 0 for 3 day for Dalton Wheat. 2 up, 2 down for the catcher. Up comes Brian Erie. See if Brian Erie can get on base for the first time. And the first pitch a bit low. One-0 pitch, lined into left field, and Brian Erie has his first hit of the series. Kansas City's 4th hit of the game. So Brian Erie comes through with a 2-out single. So a 2-out single by Brian Erie. Back to the top of the order, Starlin Rodriguez, who's 0 for 3. And the first pitch is sent high into the air but foul, and it counts 0-1. Kansas City leading 2-0 in the 8th inning, trying to hold on to win their second consecutive game. At worst, win their series. Opportunity tomorrow night, if they win tonight, to possibly sweep their first series of the year. Erie, a small lead at first, not a threat to run, and this one is a bit high. No advancement by Erie, and the count's 1 ball, 1 strike. Kansas City looking for an opportunity to extend their small lead in the inning. 1 ball, 1 strike the pitch. Line down the left field line, but I got too ahead of myself as it was robbed by the third baseman, Gilmartin. It looked like extra bases all the way, but Starlin was robbed by a nice leaping ability by Mike Gilmartin. So Kansas City gets a 2-out single, but nothing further. We head to the bottom of the 8th. 2-0 Kansas City on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
By. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Aaron Baker will come out to pitch the bottom of the 8th inning. Kansas City leading it 2-0. Nathan Moore back with you live at Haymarket Park, Lincon, Nebraska. Rene Leverett, Luis Allen, Mike Gilmartin, 4, 5, 6 hitters for Lincon. If Lincon was to get themselves back onto the scoreboard for the first time since yesterday in the first inning, you would think this might be their time. They've got their 4, 5, 6 hitters up. They've had 9 total base runners, but they have not crossed home plate since yesterday in the first inning. Aaron Baker, who pitched a perfect 9th inning last night on a couple of strikeouts, is back for the second consecutive night, and he hits Leverett on the first pitch of the 8th inning. So Aaron Baker comes in and hits Leverett on the very first pitch of the 8th inning. And just like that, the tying runner comes to the plate. And some fan who probably doesn't have much knowledge in baseball is screaming at the umpire as to why Aaron Baker is not ejected, because that is several times Leverett has been pitched into. Well, if you know the game of baseball and you've got a big fella at the plate, and the coaching staff thinks his weakness is not being able to extend with his hands or get in on an inside pitch, then obviously you attack the weakness. That's why Kansas City has hit him twice, as they've tried to come in too often. And unfortunately they have hit him, but by no means is Aaron Baker trying to hit a batter in a 2-run lead. Now the first pitch is missed to Luis Allen. 2-0 lead, we're in the 8th. The 1-0 pitch is right at the inside corner at the knees, and the count's 1 ball, 1 strike. Kansas City scored twice in the 7th off of a mammoth home run by Blackwood. It was his 7th home run of the year. That has been pretty much the only offense for Kansas City. 1 ball, 1 strike, and a check swing, but it doesn't matter. Slider for a strike, and the count's 1-2. You've got to watch out for the sneaky ability of Rene Leverett at first. He has 4 stolen bases, and you never know. A delayed steal is the perfect execution at this particular point, but they're down by 2. You won't see that in action here. Ground ball foul into the seats. This is one of those games that when you're playing well, you win these type of games. When you're not playing well, you find a way to lose games like this. A very tight game toward the end of the game. Can Kansas City find a way to close it out? The 1-2 pitch, lined into right field, that's a base hit. Back-to-back runners have reached, and the tying runner is on board. So Luis Allen has singled. Rene Leverett goes to second. Luis Allen will not be running, in which his run represents the game-tying run. Lincon is going to pinch run for him. Now it's Gilmartin who shows a bunt, misses it. It's a ball anyway, and the count's 1-0. So Gilmartin looking to sacrifice himself to move the potential game-tying runner into scoring position. 2-0 lead, Kansas City. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. The T-Bones needing an out. Baker needing to settle down. The 1-0 pitch, a bunt, missed, and the count's 1-1 strike. The T-Bones would love to see a pop-up on a bunt. A failed execution for an opportunity to get an easy out. Leverett at second. He was hit by a pitch to begin the 8th. Allen had a single. He has now been pinch ran for. A bunt again, and another missed bunt, and the count's 1-2. So talk about a break if Kansas City can take full advantage of it. So now a double play would be back in order. However, if Lincon feels and trusts the hands of the third baseman to put a bunt down with 2 strikes, don't take that out of the equation. Baker needing an out. The 1-2 pitch and a high fly ball. Shallow center field. Massey coming in. He's got it. And out number 1. So the failed bunting by the third baseman haunts Lincon here for the first out of the 8th inning. That is a big timeout. It appears that Mark Haynes begins to warm up for Kansas City in their bullpen. As of now, it is a save situation. And John Massarelli is out of the dugout. We have seen him do this many a times where he will ask his closer to get multiple outs. If he does not like what he sees from Aaron Baker, he may opt to go to Mark Haynes with 1 out in the 8th inning and ask Haynes to get 5 outs. The number 7 batter, Brandon Jacobs, would be next. Right now, this is a simple game plan strategy for Maz, just to see if he can get the big ground ball possibility of an out. So Maz is going to trust his guy, and he is going to leave Baker in the game. Two on, 1 out, and a good curveball missing inside. Good start. Counts is 1-0. Jacobs is 2 for 3. He's got 2 of the 7 hits. Batting 176. Double play would end the inning. Baker needing to find a way to get another out. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball this time caught the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. The inning led off with that hit by pitch of Leverett. And the single. Then the fly ball to center. 1 good place ground ball, and Kansas City will be out of it. The 1-1 pitch. And a foul tip. In and out of the glove of Erie, and the count's 1-2. Once again, Mark Haynes continues to be ready in the bullpen. He is ready. He is looming in the on deck, or looming in the bullpen area for Kansas City. Should he be asked to pitch before the 9th. Maz is on the top step, trusting his setup man to get the second out of the inning, and now late time is called by somebody, as all 3 umpires had their hands in the air. Big spot of the game. Number 7 hitter is up in a key spot. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to third. Tierney can't make the play. Into left field for a hit, and the bases are loaded. right by the third baseman. Brandon Tierney had it go right by him by about half a foot. That is a double play ball. And just right by Brandon Tierney. And the bases are loaded, and Maz is out of the dugout again. Aaron Baker's night is over, and Kansas City will ask their fifth pitcher of the game to hopefully put this inning to a conclusion. We'll talk about Mark Haynes and the T-Bones after the break on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Well, as mentioned a bit ago, if your team is to try to right the ship, these are the games you really have to win. Kansas City really not in the area of their season where they can afford to drop a game like this. 15-23 is their record. Lincon at 18-19. Lincon has lost 5 consecutive games. They are a team that is desperately searching for a win. Kansas City scored 2 in the 7th after their starting pitcher was absolutely perfect. Literally perfect for 6 1/3 innings. Did not allow a base runner before Kansas City struck for 2. The T-Bones in the 8th, though, opened the door. It all started with a leadoff hit by pitch. Then 2 singles, and now the bases are loaded, 1 out, and the closer, Mark Haynes, is now being asked to make 5 outs in the game. Haynes, no record, 4 saves, 16th appearance, 2.94 ERA, 15 innings. He's allowed 11 hits, 5 earned runs. He's walked 13, struck out 14. Batters are only batting .200 against him, but it's been the wild effectiveness of Haynes. He gets the 8-hitter first. The right fielder, John Smith, who's batting .221, he is 0 for 2. Double play depth up the middle. Tierney is in even at the bag at third, and the first pitch to strike at 88 miles an hour at the knees. 2-0 Kansas City, bottom of the 8th. Lavretta's at third. A pinch runner is at second base, and at first base is Brandon Jacobs. Nowhere to put another salt dog and 1 out in the inning. Can Kansas City get the big out here? Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Inside, and the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Haynes, for the most part, has been pretty effective out of the bullpen for John Massarelli. What you concern about him is the walks. He has walked 16, 13, and 15 innings. That is way too many walks. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch. It's back to the dirt, and the count's 2-1. There is no room for error. Haynes has got to find the strike zone. The T-Bones will take it out any way they can, even a fly ball that allows a run to score. That is an out. Lincon only has 5 of those left to work with, and they need at least 2 runs. Haynes is set, looks in, the 2-1 pitch, way outside, and oh boy, 3-1 as Haynes falls behind the hitter. Not what you want to see here with the bases loaded and nowhere to put a hitter. And if this crowd was quiet before, you're going to hear them now. Mark Haynes has been wild out of the bullpen. 3-1 count. Leverett takes off from third. Now the 3-1 pitch is a swing and a miss. A perfect spot for a fastball. And the count is full 3-2, and we see some lightning starting to take place in the horizon behind left center field. We could do without that. Bases are loaded. 2 singles and a hit by a pitch in the inning. Haynes has got to make another money pitch in the inning. Can he do it? Cummings set. Check the runner at third from the stretch. And the 3-2 pitch is a foul ball. More intensity here in the 8th. Kansas City scored twice in the 7th. That's it in the game. Lincon has not scored since the first inning of yesterday's game. Kansas City, a double play would move the game into the 9th. A strikeout would be big. Number 9 hitter to follow in Pat Kelly. Another full count pitch. Haynes is set, the pitch. Got him swinging on a fastball at 88. And Mark Haynes with a big money pitch in the 8th. Got to do it one more time. And this will bring up the second baseman, Pat Kelly. Pat Kelly 0 for 3, struck out twice. He has stranded 5 on base in the game. You talk about a guy who feels bad offensively. He has stranded 5 of his teammates on base. 4 of those have been in scoring position. Aaron Baker is on the top step, rooting for his teammate to slam the door to pick him up. The pitch and a pop-up that reaches foul territory in the seats. And the count's 0-1, and I mean Aaron Baker is living and dying on every pitch on the top step. The outfield is shallow again. Anything to the outfield would not guarantee 2 runs if it hits to the outfielders. If it's hit to an outfielder, they will have a lot of time to throw it in. 1 strike. Haynes is ahead, the pitch. A fly ball to right. Playable. Wheat is there, nearing the foul line. Got it! Inning over. And the bases are left loaded for Lincon in the 8th, as Pat Kelly has stranded 8 on base out of the number 9 spot. We head to the 9th. 2-0 Kansas City on the TBones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the TBones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn and Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn and Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Well, we head to the ninth inning. 2-0 lead for Kansas City. New pitcher for Lincon, Brad Orsi. 6 foot, 170-pound right-hander. Last year pitched for Wichita out of Texas Lutheran University, and he lives in Houston, Texas. We are in the ninth inning. A lot of intensity, to say the least, in this game. Kansas City has the 2-0 lead. They've been out hit tonight 8-4. And it's the 2-3-4 hitters, Gillies, Massey, Blackwood, in the inning. Gillies got the first hit of the game in the 7th inning. A one-out little bloop shot to left. 2 batters later, Blackwood hit a 400-foot home run to left center field to give Kansas City the 2-0 lead. Second home run in as many games for Blackwood. 1-0 pitch. Gillies pops it foul out of play. And the count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Meanwhile, back in St. Louis, it's a scoreless game between the Royals and the Cardinals. The Royals have the leadoff man aboard in the 7th inning. Tyson Gillies, 1 for 3. First hit is a T-bone coming here tonight in the most opportune time, to put it at the least. Right at 9 o'clock here tonight. Game that's been on for about 2.5 hours. Pitch that was high, 2 balls and a strike. There is some ominous-looking clouds out to the east. Some really dark black clouds. The 2-1 pitch. Smoke to first. Leverett had it off of his shoulder, and the flip to first is in time. Boy, Leverett just took it right off of the shoulder and kind of shoveled past it to the pitcher covering. And 1 up, 1 down for the center fielder, Massey, who is 0 for 3. It's been a very long time since we've seen Massey have an 0 for 3 day. So Massey will come up with the bases empty and 1 out. Orsi trying to keep the deficit right at 2. Here's the pitch, and Massey takes a changeup. That's a bit high. Kansas City in the 9th inning will have the 1-2-3 hitters, and then Leverett would have a chance again if anybody were to reach. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And a little bloop shot to short. That is caught by the shortstop, Moriera. And 2 up, 2 down, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Blackwood, who is the hero so far for Kansas City. 2 out, 2-run home run to left. That is the only run production Kansas City has had in this game. He has had a good series. And if I was a betting person, I'd say the clouds is not going to hold up much longer. Really, really black clouds rolling in from the east. Blackwood trying to add his 2nd hit of the game. He is 1 for 3. That 1 hit, of course, the giant one, he struck out twice. First pitch right down the middle for a strike. First time in this series we have seen Orsi pitching the 9th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Blackwood way behind the fastball, and the count's 0-2. Mark Haynes was asked to get 2 outs in the 8th with the bases loaded. He did it. Now Kansas City will need 3 more outs to end the game. Try to win their 2nd straight. 0-1 pitch way outside. Fastball got away from him, and the count's 1-2. Scoreboard a little bit behind the strike zone or the count. Still showing 1-1 when the count's really 1-2. Orsi quickly back to work, and this pitch way outside. So from 0-2 to 2-2. Home plate umpire Sean Hicks doing everything he can, waving those fingers to get somebody to pay attention, and now they do. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. T-Bones lead by 2 in the 9th. The pitch, just off the inside corner. Full count 3-2, and more lightning bolt flashes off on the horizon. Bases are empty. Kansas City looking for a runner in the 9th. Orsay from the full windup and a fly ball to right. Playable. Smith on the run nearing the warning track. Still going back and makes the catch. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Orsay in the 9th. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Do or die time for Kansas City as they hold a 2-0 lead. We're back after this on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Well, Mark Haynes got out of one of the most diciest situations you can really imagine. Bottom of the 8th inning, he came on with the bases loaded and a 2-run lead with just 1 out. He got a strikeout and he got a pop-out. So now we move to the 9th, bottom of the 9th, 2-0 lead Kansas City. And Haynes will have the top third of the order. Moriera, Darby, Smith. If anybody gets on, then you have to face Leverett, which we hope we don't have to see again in this game. 1 strike on Moriera, who is 0 for 4, 0 for 8 in the series. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, fouled off, and the count is 0-2. Moriera really has struggled offensively. Kansas City hopes those struggles continue at least until Friday, when Kansas City is long out of Lincon, Nebraska. Haynes coming in with the bases loaded, had a full count pitch on Smith before striking him out, and now actually he was behind in 3-1. 0-2 pitch, a high fastball, fouled away. Just barely got a piece of it. The 1 through 3 hitters have a combined 2 for 12. Both of those hits coming from Kurt Smith in the 3 spot. Kurt Smith can't hurt you unless somebody gets on base. He has the power or one swing of the bat to score a run. Haynes will work from the windup. He is way ahead of the shortstop, Moriera. The 0-2 pitch again. Fly ball down the right field line. Blackwood giving chase, and Blackwood crashes into the barricade and can't make the catch. He is okay as he slowly gets up. Great effort for Blackwood. You can't tell if the veteran first baseman cares about this game. He was going hard off of the bat. So Blackwood is up, slowly walking back to first. And Moriera gets another opportunity. Still 0-2. The pitch. Breaking ball. Check to swing. No! They say it went around. Home plate umpires, Sean Hicks calling it all the way. And a strikeout to lead off the 9th inning. So the second strikeout of the game for Mark Haynes. And it's always easier to pitch the 9th and the leadoff man is out. This will bring up the center fielder Austin Darby, who is 0 for 4. He struck out twice. He has also flown out to center, and he's grounded out to first, as we still have a laser light show going on in center field. Here's the first pitch to Darby, and it's a first pitch strike. So Haynes doing a good job of continuing to stay ahead of the count. Fans getting restless as the fans believe Sean Hicks is starting to move his zone around. Haynes' 0-1 pitch is on the way, and it's a bit low. One ball, one strike. Austin Darby trying to get on base to give Kurt Smith a chance to tie it. Kurt Smith and Leverett is in the lineup for that one purpose. The 1-1 pitch. Foul ball. Straight back, and the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. It is amazing how cruel this game can be to you, and how cruel it has been to one in particular. Lindsey Coggle was perfect through 6 1/3. And unless his team scores twice in the 9th with 1 out, then he will take a loss. Here's a high chopping ground ball that is pulled foul past first. And the count is still 1-2. You go from a perfect game into the 7th inning to a potential loss. More lightning continues to display itself in center field. Kansas City needs 2 outs. Haynes a long look in. 1 ball, 2 strike the pitch. Ground ball to the right side. Tough hop at the end. Wiley has it. Over to first. 2 away. And Kansas City needing 1 more out to win the 2nd consecutive game here in Lincon. Kansas City hasn't had a sweep opportunity this year. And they would have that chance tomorrow night if they can get 1 more out before 2 runs come across home plate. Kurt Smith is 2 for 2. 2 infield singles. He's also flown out and grounded out. If he gets on, then Rene Leverett would have a chance to tie it. The worst thing Kurt Smith can do is bring him back within a run, and the first pitch is a curveball and a strike. So right now, Haynes doesn't need to do anything cute. If Kurt Smith hits it 5,000 feet, the T-Bones still have the lead. So just continue to challenge the hitter. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, fouled away, and Lincon down to their final strike. A game that is right now at 2 hours and 40 minutes. Last night, 2 hours and about 20 minutes. We have seen back-to-back games with phenomenal pitching on both sides. Now, can Haynes win this pitching battle for Kansas City? From the windup, has the sign from Erie. Works slowly. The 0-2 pitch is a pop-up. This should do it. Frias at short calling for it. He has got it. And the T-Bones escape with a 2-0 win here tonight and preserve a great quality start again from the young right-handed starting pitcher and Lucas Doherty. Josh Tolles actually picks up the win in relief. He improves to 3-2. That is a save for Mark Haynes, save number 5. And once again, how cruel the game can be. A perfect game into the 7th inning. And Lindsey Coggle gets a loss because of it. Another start in which he goes 8 innings and allows just 2 runs and takes a loss. Kansas City wins their 2nd consecutive game. Lincon falls to 18-20. Kansas City improves to 16-23. The T-Bones look for a 3-game sweep tomorrow night where we hope you'll be joining us tomorrow night as well on TBonesBaseball.com. Tickets available for the upcoming weekend series at Community America Ballpark at TBonesBaseball.com as well, where you can purchase and print your tickets directly off the website. I'm Nathan Moore saying so long from Haymarket Park, in Lincoln, Nebraska, where the T-Bones win it again, 2-0. Back after this on the T-Bones Broadcasting Network.
This game on the T-Bones Broadcast Network was brought to you by Community America Credit Union, Austin's Trailers and Motorsports, Funwise.